someone who's incredible, amazing, outstanding, and all of these adjectives that we hear. And that's how we see people who are standing up here. While I appreciate the compliment, I want to focus on the other side, and I want to focus on the other things that we hear along the way. I was not always called a trailblazer. The statements used for me include, her mom's dead, so her life is over. She's a lost cause. If she's lucky, she'll be a cashier at Target by the time she's 30. अंगूठा छाप, ये हम लड़के नहीं कर सके तो ये कल की बच्ची क्या कर लेगी? लड़कियां बसें नहीं चला सकती, मुझ जैसे अनपढ़ PNLs नहीं मैनेज कर सकते, पाकिस्तान के लिए एक औरत फंड रेज नहीं कर सकती, अगर गलती से कर लिया तो अब शादी हो गई है, she's not going to be able to do it anymore. Now she's getting divorced. She's not going to be able to do it anymore. People have a lot to say about me, which is the opposite of a trailblazer. You know what I've done with that? I've let them say it. It's their right to say what they want to say, and it's my prerogative to do otherwise and to do whatever it is that I believe in. When I started my career, I was told women can't do sales. I was rejected for the job that I applied for, and I was given a different role. I joined the company anyway. I proved otherwise, and I went on to become their director for sales within 3 months. Then I went to Kareem. I heard a similar story, and yet life went on. Then I wanted to go to Swivel, and I didn't have the exposure that they required. So I took a random role and I worked my way up. I became the country head for that company, which was my dream job. And ultimately, due to unforeseen circumstances and global market conditions changing, Swivel shut down and I was out of a job. So I started another company called Bus Karo, which I've been running for 3 years. At a time when fundraising had dried, no one was investing in Pakistan, certainly not in mobility. And I went out and I built this company. We have a very long way to go. We haven't even scratched the surface yet, but we've crossed some impossible challenges. And we've done that for a couple of reasons. One, we've ignored everything that everyone else has to say. We focused on what we believe in, and we've just kept on going. And as we failed, we've gotten up again, and we started over and continued on. When I look at where we are today and I look at where this company needs to go, there's a still very high chance that we're going to fail at this. But if we do, it's going to be daringly. And if we make it, then the future for every little girl and every woman in Pakistan would have absolutely changed. Now, I, like most women, suffer with imposter syndrome. But I've learned to own that. In fact, I've turned that into my strength. People say I'm uneducated, people say I'm dumb, people say I'm a girl, and I've said fine. All of that may be true, but I will outwork them, and I have been doing so for 15 years. I read a book back in 2017 that changed my life. It's by Malcolm Gladwell. It's called Outliers. And he talks about something in there that Will Smith said. And he said, you may have it on me in 9 categories out of 10. You may be sexier, you may be more talented, you may be smarter. You got it in 9 categories. But if you and I get on a treadmill, you're either getting off first or I'm going to die. I will not be outworked, period. And that outworking has gotten us to wherever we are today. And that's the one thing I think that's in common with anyone you hear on stage. It's not the intelligence, it's not the IQ, it's not the education, it's not the skill. It's what do you do when you fail? Do you get up and do you try again? Or do you accept things for what they are? And I think that's what defines every single one of us. Thank you, guys.